Good evening. We will go ahead and call to order the Westmont Village Board meeting for Monday, December 3rd, 2012. Today is our voting meeting. And if we could have Clerk Simsky call the roll.
Mayor Ron is absent tonight. Mayor Pro Tem Seneca.
Here.
The clerk's here. Trustee Emery.
Here.
Trustee Klebenhaus, absent. Trustee Fleming.
Here.
Trustee Nero.
Here.
Trustee Scott.
Here.
Manager Searle.
Here.
Attorney Zimonek.
Here.
Finance Director Parker. Here. Police Chief Mulhern. Here. Fire Chief Wise. Here. Development Director, Acting Development Director Malik. Here. And this lady's here so nice. Many times I'm going to announce her, and that's our Library Director, Kuhn.
And we'll have Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. The mayor did not leave anything for this evening, so we will move right on to our village clerk.
Well, there's an economic development meeting at 9:00 a.m. on Wednesday morning, December 5th. And I want to remind everybody that the Progressive Village Performance Network will be doing a radio production of The Bishop's Wife at the Westmont Park District Gym on Saturday, December 8th at 3:00 p.m. and 5:00 p.m. And they did this last year. You can't hear me?
Can you turn that up? It's really... Turn the mics on? Right.
I don't know how to turn them up.
You can hear us in the control room. Can you turn up the volume, please?
That'd be good. I turned my hearing aid up, but I can't hear.
No, you weren't be. I had no idea you couldn't hear me.
Put the mic up a little bit too, maybe.
I didn't bend it down there. So. Do you want me to announce that over so you can hear it?
Thank you.
I'll do the Progressive Village Performance Network again, which is doing their radio production of The Bishop's Wife at the Westmont Park District Gym on Saturday, December 8th at 3:00 p.m. and 5:00 p.m. And if you've never seen them do this, it's very good. I went last year, and it wasn't The Bishop's Wife. It was The Miracle on 34th Street, but it's very, very good. And then we do have a signed law now that actually the last day for filing petitions is December 26th. So we will not have to be here, but the governor signed it today. So anybody running for office in the village of Westmont, you have till December 26th to get your petitions in.
5 o'clock, correct?
5:00. That's when we close.
Great. That's it.
That's it for tonight.
Thank you. Attorney Zimonek.
I have nothing tonight.
Is your
Manager
microphone
Searle.
working okay?
I have nothing as well.
They're being silly. Thank you. Okay, as of Thursday, we did not have anything to remove from the consent agenda. Has that changed? We are. Okay, I will entertain a motion for the consent agenda.
Motion to approve, Emery.
Second, Scott.
Roll call?
Trustee Emery?
Yes.
Trustee Nero?
Yes.
Trustee Seneca?
Yes.
Trustee Fleming?
Yes.
Trustee Scott?
Yes.
No unfinished business. Under new business, 15 South Cass Avenue, James D. Fiala Paving Company, special use permit. Board to consider an ordinance approving the following requests from John Pelton of James D. Fiala Paving Company to operate a ground floor office in the B1 Limited Business District. Number 1, a special use permit. Number 2, a development permit. Separately?
Together.
Together. Great.
Motion to approve items 1 and 2. Emery.
Second, Nero.
Roll call? Any comment?
Trustee Emery?
Yes.
Trustee Nero?
Yes.
Trustee Seneca?
Yes.
Trustee Fleming?
Yes.
Trustee Scott?
Yes.
B, 6002 South Cass Avenue, Unit B, Wrestling School, special use request. Board to consider an ordinance approving the following requests from, I cannot say this gentleman's name, Remigius Sikavicius I'm sure that's not even close, my apologies, to operate a wrestling school in the B2 General Business District, a special use permit. Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve, Emery.
Second,
Second Fleming.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call?
Trustee Fleming?
Yes.
Trustee Nero?
Yes.
Trustee Seneca?
Yes.
Trustee Scott?
Yes.
Trustee Emery?
Yes.
C, NICOR settlement, release of claims. Board to consider an ordinance authorizing an execution of a release of claims with NICOR.
Motion to approve, Emery.
Second Nero.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Trustee Nero?
Yes.
Trustee Emery?
Yes.
Trustee Scott?
Yes.
Trustee Fleming?
Yes.
Trustee Seneca?
Yes. Item D, 2012 tax levy. Board to take the following actions. 1, conduct a public hearing on December 3rd, 2012 regarding the property tax levy and continue the public hearing until the village voting meeting on December 17th, 2012. 2, a motion to postpone an ordinance to adopt the 2012 tax levy ordinance until the board meetings of December 13th, 2012 and December 17th, 2012. And if we could have our finance director perhaps come up and give some background on this item.
Right, thank you. As the board is aware and as we discussed last time, there's been a change in the village's status with regards to home rule from the time that the initial levy was proposed to this point, which is when the levy would be adopted. The items that was published in the paper originally was the proposed levy, which was established when the village was home rule and therefore was not subject to the property tax cap. And as we discussed last time, typically communities went, and as the village has tried to do ever since it became home rule, when it was not subject to the property tax cap, the goal was to try to levy at an amount that would be less than the property tax cap. So we did a low estimate and tried to see what the lowest we thought the tax cap might be, and then tried to be a little bit under that. However, typically and that makes a lot of sense for a community that's not under the tax cap, that has the home rule flexibility, because in future years, as the needs arise, the village is able to levy what needs to be levied and can have that flexibility in the future years. However, communities that are not home rule, that are subject to the tax cap, typically use a different approach, because each year the tax levy is based on the prior years. Therefore, each year, if you don't maximize the revenue, that leaves smaller revenues for the future years, and there's no flexibility like there is in home rule communities. So typically what is done is the non-home rule community will try to guess the highest they think the tax cap may be, and then levy an amount a little bit above that. And I have a chart here, I get the screens to go on, that I just wanted to show that illustrates, I can't see quite all of it, but you can see that this has in fact been the practice of the village in the years before the village before the village was home rule, when we were subject to the tax cap. The green line you can see is the levy, where we levied, and then the red line is what we actually received with the property tax cap. So you can see the typical strategy and the typical past practice for the village, as well as other communities, is to levy an amount that's we assume to be higher than the tax cap, so that we can get as much revenue as possible and maximize that revenue. The amount that was in the paper, and I'll zoom into this, about as far as it can zoom. Oh, there he goes. Wow. It's a little further. All right, the amount that was in the paper is the item that's in red, the proposed levy of the total of $7,758,000. That was the amount that was in the paper. That's sort of the low estimate of the tax cap. And then the additional option would be the $8,057,000 levy. And as was discussed last time, because of the change in home rule status, because of the loss of flexibility, the board may be considering this $8 million levy instead. As we discussed last time, in the interest of full public disclosure, we wanted to make sure that this new amount will also be published in the paper, and that this public hearing will be continued to the next set of meetings. So the public's able to address this change in the dollar amount, so we can hear full public comment on this, so they're not just surprised at this meeting. Other questions?
So instead of having the public hearing tonight, it will be, we'll talk about it on the 13th and vote on the 17th, correct?
Incorrect. Since it was published for tonight,
and it was on the agenda. We decided it would be best to go forward with the public hearing tonight,
Okay.
but enter and continue that after some initial comments are received, republish in the paper to be in compliance with statute, and then have a continued public hearing on the 17th.
Okay.
Before we open it up to the public, do we have any other comments from the trustees?
No, I think we said all we had to say Thursday night.
Yes, thank you. Is there anyone here from the public that would like to comment on the tax levy?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Which one, the chart or the dollar amount? Dollar amount?
The dollar amount.
Could you come up to the podium, please?
I can sit here, okay?
No,
No,
actually,
you have-
because for TV, I'm sorry. And if
It has to be recorded.
you know the drill.
Westmont. My question is, in looking at the chart, are we looking at the optional levy in addition to? So we're looking at almost a 10% levy? Am I reading that correctly? 2.9 plus?
No, it's instead of.
6.87? So it's 6.87
Correct,
as the total increase on that.
correct.
So, okay, all right.
Now, that's
Max?
what we're going to ask for, but the levies have traditionally been actually lower.
Correct.
So, but we're going higher so we can get the
Right,
maximum
550 to
amount.
500.
We're going higher to ensure that we will reach the tax cap. In the past, we've always been careful to remain under the tax cap.
All right. And
But we have
this-
no choice now but to go to the maximum.
I understand that. And these numbers that you have on here for the 7.7 or 8 million, whatever, that would be that last number there, correct?
Yeah, that's what it
Broken down
was going to be.
accordingly As it is in the charts on that.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
So we will have the option to vote for this when, or do we?
No,
No, we'll take all your
Well, you all
comments.
do.
We do.
Okay.
Yep.
And you're getting our opinion how?
Public
This is the
hearing.
public hearing.
All here on stage? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Your
Thank you.
comments are always welcome, Rick.
Yes.
Your comments are always welcome.
Okay.
Thank you for coming in and having an interest.
No problem.
Anything else? Anyone else from the public wish to comment? So we will close the public hearing for this portion. And now we will vote on the motion to, we will now vote on motion 2, which is a motion to postpone an ordinance to adopt the 2012 tax levy ordinance till the village board meetings of December 13th and 17th. So
Motion
do
to
we have a
approve.
motion?
Motion to approve that postponement, Emery.
second, Fleming.
Roll call?
Trustee Emery?
Yes.
Trustee Nero?
Yes.
Trustee Seneca? Trustee Seneca?
Yes.
Trustee Fleming?
Yes,
Trustee Scott?
Yes.
Sorry about that.
If I could just add one other option, if we could also have a motion to continue the public hearing at the December 17th meeting.
So moved, Emery.
Second, Nero.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Nero?
Yes.
Trustee Emery?
Yes.
Trustee Seneca?
Yes,
Trustee Scott?
Yes.
Trustee Fleming?
yes,
thank you. E, multifamily licensing program. Board to consider a motion to temporarily postpone enforcement of the village's multifamily licensing program until further direction from the Village Board of Trustees.
Motion to approve, Emery.
Second, Scott.
Do we have any comments on this?
should it be postponed or should it be suspend?
Postpone.
Okay,
I think either way,
Okay.
it's the same effect. It's,
Tomato, tomato.
yeah, nothing's going to happen until further direction from the village board on that program as discussed on Thursday.
Postpend.
okay.
Any other comments from the trustees?
No.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Trustee Emery?
Yes.
Trustee Nero?
Yes.
Trustee Fleming?
Yes,
Trustee Scott?
Yes.
Trustee Seneca?
Yes. F, appointment of special counsel. Board to consider a motion approving the appointment of Victor Filippini, of Holland and Knight as special counsel to the village on home rule issues and authorizing the execution of a letter of engagement.
So moved, Emery.
second, Fleming.
Is there any comment on this? Hearing none? Roll call. Oh, I'm
Well,
sorry, were you going to say
actually, I
something?
think there is a comment on it. Just because this is we are in uncharted territory, we've asked to get a second opinion. We certainly trust inherently the opinion of our village attorney, but so that he and the board can withstand any scrutiny, we are getting a second opinion.
Thank you. Roll call?
Trustee Emery?
Yes.
Trustee Nero?
Yes.
Trustee Seneca?
Yes.
Trustee Fleming?
Yes.
Trustee Scott?
Yes.
And there's nothing under miscellaneous this evening, and we do not have a request for executive session. So with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved, Emery.
Second, Nero.
Roll call?
Trustee Emery?
Yes.
Trustee Fleming?
Yes.
Trustee Nero?
Yes.
Trustee Scott?
Yes.
Trustee Seneca?
Yes. Thank you. Good night.